Hey folks, Bob Reese here with the Guides Forecast, giving you a fishing report for Thursday, the 29th of August. And tomorrow is any Chinook day, so we got that going for us. We'll cover quite a bit more details in the forecast section for paid subscribers, especially since this is Thursday night when our newsletter comes out. But as far as today goes, it wasn't terrible, wasn't great. We had a good day yesterday, got 11 fish, 10 of them were a coho, one fin clip Chinook. Today we ended up harvesting 6 all coho salmon, released 1 wild Chinook, and released a Chinook jack. So fishing was a lot tougher today, mostly for the reason we had a stiff east wind and it was challenging fishing. We could get out of that. Must have been a northeast wind because we got out of the wind fairly well, hugging the Chinook side of the river along the wing jetties there. And as has often been the case on the early part of the flood tide, there were a fair number of biters there, mostly coho again. That seems to be what's biting the best in the river, even though I'm confident there is a lot of Chinook in the river. The coho are what's biting best, and that's a good sign for September and October, hopefully. But a few fish on the last, some of those folks that got up real early and out to the river, fishing down low, caught the last part of outgoing tide and found some biters on the last trickle of outgoing around 20, buoy 20, buoy 14. And then by the time I got out there with a 7 o'clock start, we went just right over to the Chinook wing jetties, again getting out of that stiff east wind that really turned a lot of the Oregon side and most of the river up until you started hugging the north shore there, pretty choppy, pretty lumpy. So we stayed there for a good part of the flood. Managed to kind of crab over onto Desdemona Sands. We had good fishing yesterday, doing an upstream troll on Desdemona Sands. The tides were right yesterday and to some degree today to do that tongue troll that we've often referenced. And it was good yesterday, quite good yesterday, and it was fair today, but having to go head into an incoming tide with an east wind, not everybody could tolerate it. My boat's great that way. The Aluminweld Pacific is what I'm driving, but a lot of boats quit early. It just was too much to handle. The Oregon side of the channel in particular, downstream of Hammond, was pretty rough for folks. They gave it up. Even Hammond wasn't all that pleasant to fish, so a lot of boats went up and fished at the bridge there, got out of some of the wind apparently, or certainly the outgoing tide momentum, incoming tide momentum with the east wind that lasted clear until about 11:30 or 12 o'clock, and then it laid down next to no wind. But it was the bite had ceased. I mean, it really fell on its face. It didn't even seem like there were a lot of fish around in the afternoon. There certainly weren't a lot of fishermen. Those of us that were left out there had a beautiful river to fish on. It just wasn't productive. So short-lived bite this morning. The ocean is going to open back up for one day north of Cape Falcon to Ledbetter Point, September 4th. So that's good news. Another ocean day to try and button up that quota. Not 100% sure of the regulations, but I'm next to positive they're going to be very similar to what they had been, which is 2 salmon, of which one may be a Chinook. But my feeling is that the bulk of the Chinook will be through the system at that time. And as the run size indicates at Bonneville Dam and the fishing upriver, is that the Chinook just simply did not bite all that well in the estuary for most of the season. There were certainly some good days, but I have to believe from anecdotal observations that we did not harvest the number of Chinook that we historically have in the estuary. So credible numbers going over Bonneville Dam, credible jack numbers going over Bonneville Dam. blowing out last year and even the 10-year average. So hopefully we're seeing a turnaround in Chinook numbers here. Certainly we are in the fall. So short-lived bite today. I'll reiterate, I'm going to give quite a bit more detail in the forecast section, so paid subscribers, be sure to check that out. There's been a fair number of folks that have asked about reports. Why aren't they coming daily? I am not posting YouTube reports daily, but I am posting them more than some people realize. They're just not subscribed to the YouTube channel. You may be subscribed to the Guides Forecast newsletter, but until you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you will not get notification that a new video is posted. I posted, I'm not sure, a couple, 3 times this week anyway, and people are missing those because they're not subscribed to the YouTube channel. So be aware of that. If you do want, you can check it on your own volition, or you can get notified when a new video is posted. But do subscribe to the Guides Forecast YouTube channel and subscribe to the Guides Forecast newsletter. We are going to put in quite a bit more information about how this weekend is going to perform for our sport fisheries in the estuary. Stay safe. Good luck.